Mishka closes the door and she looks at you guys and she says, well, you might be just the guests we needed in this town. And that's where we'll end our session.
Dope, dude. Woo. I do get my snake identification badge.
Whoever gets the forked clitoris in their bowls, good luck for a year.
Oh my God.
Oh God, I have it.
As you see 7 more bullywugs near the fire clock you guys, including a bullywug king with a makeshift crown and a little robe. You see he has a wooden crown that's like shittily made with jewels like pasted on.
Wow.
That's
the bullywog royalty.
Moonshine Baywatch style runs and dives in.
Moonshine dives in Baywatch style.
Nice.
You guys get off into the swamp with the green teams.
All right.
Nice.
This is the Allah's necklace. It's a holy relic.
And you see, as you say that, it cracks.
I can fix this.
Hey, sir. Shaman. Nice
All right,
beard.
brother. Bend the knee.
Bend the knee, of course.
Do you get down on your knees?
He's on both knees. He only said bend one knee.
Okay.
Jesus, hard one.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Oh, God damn it.
I bend the knee. Yes. I'm gonna bend this guy over and knee him in the face.
Okay.
We're all getting trashed.
I could have saved her. I could have saved her. I'm gonna throw up.
It's all right, buddy.
I do throw up.
Throw up.
There we go.
I throw up, and
Good
then
boy.
I kind of wipe my mouth, and I turn to Hard One and Moonshine, and I say, guys, I think the Jamboree's canceled.
It's definitely canceled.
I can get you strawberries. My grocer gets them very fresh.
All right, bring me back.
Happy to send you a
Bring me back
fruit
some
basket.
strawberries.
All right,
Okay,
let's head to the fight right
I'm just
now.
telling you right now. If you open up your door tomorrow, and if Juan opens it up and finds a fruit basket on your doorstep, you'll know it's for me. Okay?
Yes. Sounds great. You see, he's already working on something else. He's just reading a book, ignoring you. You guys have Skullis in a barrel.
Hey, we take it
and
back.
then
We take it back to my
everyone-
apartment.
Which is a really nice place by the
we're
Space
just
Needle.
rolling
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It's like the Frasier theme plays, but not the end theme, the opening theme, where you see the silhouette. You see the skyline of what's the name of the city?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Salad and scrambled eggs.
You just hear the sound of a barrel rolling as we cut to the Seattle skyline.
We see the little. We see the subtitle. You know, like the card over black of like I don't know, Skullis. We hardly knew ye or whatever. It's a fresh grave, and there's like tears running down my face. But then you see the silhouette of Juan putting his, patting me on the shoulder.
And you know that those two buds are gonna be okay.
You have a new brother now.
Could I stay here and study what knowledge these monks have?
You see Uku stands up and he goes, "Yeah, sure, buddy, you're my favorite." And he picks you up and starts throwing you like a baby again.
Oh no, I think you've just sealed yourself into a terrible fate.
Jonathan has to take off his clothes.
So yeah, as Tonathan's being thrown like a baby, you guys kind of comfort mutilated and depressed Beverly. Your father has been arrested for the murder of High Priest Merrick Highhill.
What the fuck?
I drop the 3 coffees I'm holding.
You see he looks down, he goes, "What do you mean, nefarious folk?"
The widow.
Do you know the widow?
Which, for the record, I don't necessarily know that she's nefarious.
She's kind of neither here nor there, but that's your mom, kid.
The fuck?
The highest point of the ruined city is the ruined keep, which is mostly still standing. You guys can see even from here that the first and the second floor appear to still be mostly intact, and there's one tower in the back that stands taller than everything else. You can also see torchlight coming from the castle and torches all around the ruins.
Huh.
Wait, real quick, I'd like to take I'd like to take fucker's corpse and mount it to the front of the car.
like they do
Like
to
a hood
the
ornament.
bad guy in Toy Story 3.
Yeah, a really gruesome, grim hood ornament.
My
Something's
goodness.
going
Can I
on
take-
with moonshine.
I want to take a rope and tie up all the other gnomes and tie them onto the back like a just married thing.
Oh my god.
We're the gnome killers.
Fuck yeah. Let all those little tricky bastards know if they fuck with us, this is what happens.
Yeah, you do not play tricks on the Band of Boobs.
You guys
We have no sense of humor.
You guys all pile into this.
Despite what our patches may say, we have no sense of humor.
this
I should take my humor patch off my cloak right now.
You guys pile into this nightmare drill car. So hard one, as you go to rush down the hall, Galad shakes his head and says, I spared you, Elias.
Ooh, you son of a bitch.
Bunch of dank knuckleheads. The Green Knights all grab their swords and brace themselves as the Green Teens stand behind you guys and a bunch of the Chosen round the corner, and like two rival gangs, you guys stare each other down.
Oh, okay.
You wake up, pounding headache. You are in a bunk on a moving airship. And you see, sitting next to you in a chair, is an extremely fucked up but conscious old Cobb. And he goes, oh, motherfucker, I never thought you were going to wake up.
Oh, Cobb, it's good to see your face, brother.
Hard one, you son of a bitch.
Pass me that crick water.
He gives you some crick water, and you guys share a drink. And the Green Knights and the Green Teens escape to the Feywild, baby!
Getting wild in the Feywild.
Your dad's gonna be all right.
Spring break in the Feywild.
The scry spell breaks just in time for you to see explosions erupting from the church district. And Old Cobb looks at you guys and he goes, well, should we get the hell out of here or what?
Amen, old Cobb.
You're talking to the right captain, Cobb.
Yeah, hard one.
Hard one.
Spin the wheel again.
Punch it.
Take the wheel, brother.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No, you take it.
Okay.
Hard one takes the wheel as you guys fly off. I would say into the night, but it is daytime. You fly off into the day. You feel this weird sensation of like comfort and familiarity as you see like the hovering magic torches in the distance and the stumps being alight and the screams of the youngins getting louder and louder, in stark contrast to the west where something clearly ain't right.
I am Elias Stormborn, a.k.a. Hard One Shorefoot, Bastard of the Mountain, Pride of the Dorphanage, the heart of Iron Deep, and I need your help.
Ooh.
So you guys see 4 mini tornadoes come up around you guys. You feel yourself about to be restrained, but all 3 of you break free, but you see Cobb held in this mini tornado that then hovers over the open sky. Show yourselves! And you see this massive being of pure fire, bigger than the other elementals, wearing a full suit of black metal, emerges from the volcano and hovers over the flooded countryside. The water beneath him begins to boil. You guys stand toe to toe, sizzling water underneath you.
Well, I'm angry at my people, but I am much angrier at the Chosen, and I am much, much, much angrier at Maribel. So, they're low on the totem pole for me.
You see, Mimon nods, and she looks at you, and she goes, I'm proud of you, youngin'. My spores are much stronger than Maribel's.
You got that right. A spore real quick.
I'll pull this one west. Y'all help Luna. He starts running with the snake biting at his heels as they disappear into the mist.
Wait,
Cobb,
before they...
what the fuck
Cobb, you
was
leave
that
you leave it on a
strategy?
chase, but bring it back here.
Touch the amulet to the front of the book, and you see the book reacts like a scared creature, but it pops open, swings open, and you see on the first page, written in halfling to you, it says, "Your blood, your name, my power."
I back up. I'm out.
Giving you a clear path to the giant mushroom. And she goes, "Why don't we quit pussyfooting around and meet face to face? Welcome home, baby."
Let's just go do it, right?
And that's where we'll end it? What do you... Do I have enough fire left to fire up the grill?
Yeah, sure, why not? Beverly fires up the grill. There's a big celebration. Plenty of brown to go around.
Nice. That's some crazy shit. When's the sale happening? I'm really happy for you, dude. I know we just met, but I feel a really close kinship with you.
Suddenly, you see another couple orc pirate dudes walk up and go, "Yarn, what the fuck are you doing? Who are you talking to?" And he turns, he goes, "Oh, what? I was just making some friends. Get back to the ship. The captain needs to see you right now." Yarn goes and joins his friends.
Later, Yarn.
Keep it sleazy.
I just drag everybody in.
One big fat.
One big.
One big dead. One big dead.
One big dead. One big dead. One big dead. Apple fucking drags all of these unconscious adventurers into bed.
I don't know what he's going to try to do.
I was mainly worried because he had the bag and that had Ulfgar in it.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
I like that bag.
I assumed she had it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
You guys see Tonathan has the tattoo now.
It
He's
looks
got the third
so
eye.
good on you.
Love that ink, bro.
Dang.
Yeah.
And you know that as long as you're alive, you can preserve the knowledge of Uku and the monks of the Unseen Eye. Moonshine is dressed in her fine silk suit with a plunging neckline. Bev and Balnor are wearing matching green suits.
God, we look like Dumb and Dumber, don't we?
A little bit.
Oh, no.
More like cute and cuter. Walking along with Hard One, the wolf, as you make your way through this strange, cold, foreign city towards Keep Vinrel to attempt to infiltrate the wedding welcome party and find Gemma Bronzebeard. Balnor gives you a hug, Hard One.
Boobs recognize boobs.
I think we all probably hug Hard One.
Yeah, I try not to cry
Yeah.
into everybody's shoulders.
Oh,
You guys all hug. And Hard One, despite the sadness, you know that you and Gemma will always have Frostwind.
She did kiss me.
This kid with this skull mask and this giant hooked sword comes out and takes Beverly, and him and all of these skeleton kids head into the chapel.
all right. Well,
And approaching him is this disgusting, swollen, bulbous beast with dark, empty eyes that droop in long bags of loose skin from its eyelids. And you get the immediate sense that this is how these eyeless motherfuckers are made. And it is just crying and roaring these large, oozing black tears as it begins to approach the unconscious lad on the floor.
Hey, I'd cry if I looked like that too.
You know, this isn't the only way to control bodies. The giants are angry and they have the hammer, and when they get to that crack in the realm, they will use the hammer to shatter it, and then there will be chaos, and we will bring order.
then you bring me her body. I will cast Gentle Repose on it. That will give you 10 days to get to Gladeholm.
How much of her body does she need? It would be very hard for me to steal the whole body, but I did visit her,
I think
and I got this. You see, she pulls out just like a handful of hair.
You know, that's going to be enough.
I need to get there quickly. By ship, it's going to take me a long time.
You need the airship.
I'm going to need to borrow your ship.
Brother Hurog, our leader, inspired us. He has the fire touch, and he will lead us to greatness.
The fire touch.
And the band of boobs heads off again into the tundra towards the valley of the frigid death.
Oh.
Yeah, don't even.
Some would say letting so much sweet meat pass through here without feeding Inoba would be more sacrilegious than hurting you. He kind of tilts his head.
Anyone else kind of flattered by being called sweet meat so much?
Yeah. It's a long drop down, but there looks to be a decent amount of snow there. Behind you, you hear Yanoba burst through the vines and begin burrowing towards you. What do you do?
We should hold hands and jump like you're going into the pool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll jump onto
Toy
it.
Story 3 style.
You guys, Toy Story 3 style, Balnor, hold your hand, and you guys
And
leap
since
off.
I have the Featherfall ring, if I hold hands with people, does that help a little bit?
We'll find out next time. Toma goes, I do not trust anything you Redbeards have to say. You had us lead you through the mountains, escort you to Mount Forge, then as soon as Dragon shows up,
Oh, fuck.
you fly away.
Huh?
Dragon, you say?
Do you come again?
The pinata is completely destroyed. Ulfgar fucking emerges and pounds into the ground, rocks the whole ship. And he
He's back.
looks up at you guys and he goes, let's go kill some Chosen.
Yeah.
You saw that, the flowers started out very big and then they got very small. But as you're climbing, they're staying the same size.
Okay.
Very strange.
I'm
From the
reporting that back.
outside, you guys see that hard one Shorefoot is shrinking.
I'm not going to tell him.
I tug on the rope.
My intention was not to come here to kill you.
I said the same thing. I said we didn't trust the Bear Prince.
Hey,
I knew he was a douche.
We trusted him at first, so, don't worry about it. But the important thing is, now we're going to get our revenge, because we got ourselves a little band of boobs here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, put her in.
She takes her axe and she starts sharpening her rapier. Get over here, dude.
I'm putting on my swim trunks, dude.
Get over here, dude.
Dude, I'm putting on
Get over here, dude.
I pulled on my pants and throw a javelin at him. Faster
Okay,
lift.
I can do this.
Lift, go
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
The Mastiff. Is it Mastiff or Mastiff?
Yeah, it's mast lift.
And the mast lift begins traveling to the gnome section of Freespire. You see 2 more arms burst out of her chest, and she grabs each of you by the back of your necks. You are powerless to stop her as she drags you off towards one of her huts. But on the wind, you catch the faintest hint of baby's breath and lavender.
Wait a minute.
Holy shit.
You guys grab the armor off some Chosen. I'll say with the bag of holding, you guys are able to get 4 sets.
Great.
And you guys begin descending the steps towards the old court, towards Beverly Sr., Queen Cyrilla, and Angels.
We can't fight all these dogs and birds ourselves.
And Balnor goes, I say we wait for the dang hounds. He starts sharpening his sword.
Yo, my bag brother. Way to fucking go.
Hardone just smashed this guy in the face. You see more guys start barreling into the door.
I'm running.
Okay, you run. You hop through the
I
transporter.
jackknife through.
You jackknife through, and Beverly Sr. follows.
I was talking to my mom for a bit. The
widow?
Yeah, the widow was saying we could get out of here together. The terrain kind of looked like this, except everything was dead.
You see his eyes go wide. Shadowfell. The plane of shadow. She's a lost soul.
Yeah, and that's kind of my fault. I pat Galad's head.
You're no longer in a weird maze.
Ooh.
It's still like a dense forest.
I punch a tree.
You punch a tree. It's just a regular tree.
We're good.
It doesn't appear to be like enchanted in any way. And you guys see smoke and hear activity in the distance, like there is a settlement or a town or perhaps a court.
Ooh.
Now Hard One shifts over into the captain's seat as you guys all make your way to the winter court, you see that the beautiful autumnal forest below you begins to shift and change to a wintry landscape, and the trees die as you fly towards the winter court.
Really wish I brought a jacket.
You guys see King Lesterborn. His crown stops shining as brightly. This crown that looked like it was burning him. It seems like Queen Ezra was perhaps exacerbating whatever was going on with him, in addition to whatever Theala was doing to him. He no longer appears to be in physical pain, but he's still got the madness in his eyes, and he goes, "What have you done? Theala will punish us for this. She will punish us. Goddess, forgive me." He begins running towards the window.
Oh shit, we tackle him.
Yeah.
You see Moonshine has disappeared. You hear Zelda go, "Yes, here's a port key, a gate to the plane of... Oh, you hopped in like you were doing a cannonball in the pool."
It's like a tiny little man pool. Here I go.
And Beverly cannonballs into the plane of shadow. Beverly, a split second too late, you see one of these lesser vampires, one of these more animalistic ones, has snuck up and charges to pounce on you, gets up. You can feel its breath on your neck about to bite into you, and suddenly its head is blown off by a bullet.
Silver?
Dang. Must have been, right? Where'd the bullet come from? I traced the trajectory.
Oh, sure. I mean, listen, there were a couple years there where I was fucking just a feel, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, now that I've been here and I can't really feel anything anymore, I'll tell you what I miss the most. Sweet breeze off the creek and somebody who understands what you've been through.
Can I borrow this pinstripe vest?
Deadeye smiles, looks over and says, "Hey, I believe in miracles. I believe in the people who work them. I don't need to have faith in Pelor if I have faith in you, kid."
I do a full-on Predator handshake.
Full Predator handshake. And he's going to, hit the box, whip open the chamber of his gun, and let the bullets fall into the holes in the gun and put it back in his holster.
Hell yeah.
All right, you're still pretty cool.
With that, you guys all begin heading towards Our Lady of Penance to talk to the Revenants, the Knights of Penance. You guys are in this, alley with a bunch of dead vampire spawn, and y'all just started a war with the Montgomerys. You don't have long, and you've got a yapping bear cub possum hard one on your hands.
Here we are.
And you see a young woman, appears to be in her 20s, but in that ageless vampire way, with silver hair. She wears a conservative black dress suit. Okay. She has a little girl in her lap, dressed identically. And as you approach, they stand up, and you see that they are attached to each other.
Oh, no thanks.
That their skin is grafted together,
Jesus.
and the older one wears the younger one like a baby Bjorn.
This is quite devastating.
Wow.
That's a statement.
And the little girl claps and she goes, "I'm so excited to finally have guests." But you are laying on death's door, and you are in the crick. You have transported to this exact location on the material plane. You feel yourself dying, but you can hear the babbling waters of the crick, the warm, fucking musky, hot breeze, and you hear a nanner fly as it buzzes past your face.
Deadeye looks up with his one green eye, pure crick elf green, looks at the nannerfly. It's good to come home.
What a mistake. But it brought me here. So I thank you, Dusk Mother. And hi there. I'm Giblin.
You see, he shakes in. "Nice to meet you, Giblin. We'll have a long time to catch up." And he pulls you into the heavenly abyss.
Sweet A's.
All of the Scullywugs come out from the different boats out on the docks looking at you guys, and they all begin chanting in unison some kind of dark spell. under you guys begin to feel a rumble in the ocean as you look onto the limbs that are, in the shackles from the people who were ripped from the ship. You see that there are tattoos and stuff that say "Bastards of None," like referencing the town that you guys came to. It would appear that the Bullywugs were not the original people who lived here. Suddenly, a giant tentacle shoots up over the ship, and a kraken emerges from below the boat.
They sold us a lemon.
Oh, careful. You might end up in the afterlife like Captain Casper in there, huh? And you hear people knocking on the captain's quarters.
You guys hear muffled screams into a pillow from my room.
Hard One has an absolute meltdown in his quarters from being razzed. And you guys all take off towards Ember Heaven and Galad Roselle. Hard One, you haven't seen any weather. Everything's been super calm, but in the deep distance, you see a lightning bolt come out of the sky, and a few seconds later, thunder.
Fuck yeah, Pop.
Hi, Mrs. Hard One.
Hi. We kind of met once before, but it's nice to meet under much better pretenses.
You see...
And congratulations on your coronation. You wear it well.
She laughs and she goes, "I've been taking a lot of orders from gods, and I'd like to be one for once."
Well, you stepped into it quite naturally.
She brings you guys all in for a big group hug.
I dust it off. I stick my sword into the ground. I sit down. And I start reading.
You open it up and you see your father has given you a strategy guide on how to beat him.
I have to look away so that the tears don't ruin the pages.
Starspawn!
Do you guys want to be on a different team?
Starspawn. Sucks, right? Right, my half-elf friend?
They do suck. And that is a good joke. You stole it from me.
No?
First funny thing you said.
It was mine. Yeah, you see the other elves at the table go, "Ren invented that joke."
Fuck. I hate that we have parallel thinking.
But you guys look around, you size up the rest of the competition, you see 16 teams left. And everybody go ahead and give me an insight check.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Hard One. It hits you. You saw it before. The gnome was wearing a gold necklace with a gold sword on it. That's the symbol of the Chosen.
Oh, no!
You guys are now in this basement. You hear Quixis breathing heavy, super hurt. You guys are licking your wounds. You barely have any spell slots left, but Moonshine has a thinking cap. And you hear Akarat and his minions walking upstairs, waiting for you, guarding the throne.
I think as all this celebration is going on, it kind of goes slow motion for Moonshine for a moment as she sits on the throne, and I think she just has a private little smile to herself, and it's just never in my life did I think a crick could be the pride of the elves, and then just smiles.
Moonshine, you look out at the crowd, high elves and crick elves celebrating together. And your father looking on at you proudly. So you guys all dive from the balcony, joining Ulfgar as you converge on Theala and her angels in the middle. You see, as you go to engage her, she has a hammer at her side and a shield on her back, but instead she elects to pull out 2 great swords. Normally a one-handed weapon, she easily wields one in each hand.
God damn it.
You see Alanis floating towards it with great control. You can see the rest of the asteroids and debris around it is like getting sucked in and pulled in. And she just makes like a little smirk and floats into the red portal.
Is she wearing the circlet?
She's wearing the circlet.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
22.
Moonshine, in this moment, as she goes into this portal, her eyes look clear. You see hundreds of mortals getting ready, getting into combat position, and on the fence, misspelled, is a sign that says Fort Rust.
I knew that.
You could have taken these soul coins and you could have brought this army with you through the various layers of hell, but instead you just released everyone. You had mercy. Hard one, you see your newly formed horns retract back into your head.
Whoa.
You'll probably get him back in lust.
I'll keep my hair up just in case.
And you see the fiend winks. And Bev, you see that it has the same eyes as Fierna.
I turn to the fiend and say, enjoy it while it lasts. Because your house of cards is coming toppling right down.
The elevator lowers to the next level of hell.
Who the hell was that?
I can't go any further. If I join you, then my friend's fate is uncertain, and I have to stand with them because they're the hammer that forges the light of Pelor into the sword that I wield. And without them, I'm lost. Even more lost than you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, Bev. You see, he draws his sword. Same sword he used that day. Your friend.
Where is he?
Yeah. I know what you're fucking getting at.
He is on the 7th layer of hell as we speak. A layer of violence. A playground for my experiments. Tell me, are you familiar with the god husks?
Yeah.
They smell great.
They
Look
do
awesome.
love a husk musk. What of it?
I don't think you're gonna like this musk very much. Moonshine.
Build an amazing sandcastle.
As you investigate, as you're scrambling through the sand, Papa's doing it with you. You put your weight on one particular area, and the sand gives way. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
That one.
Hard one, and Beverly. Acid rain all around you. Sand is trying to eat you. You guys suddenly see Moonshine and Papa plummet. Tell them I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused with my foolishness. Tell Lucanus that he was right.
Okay.
34. 34. And also 34.
I'll just say the number 34.
Fades away.
I'll just say the number 34, sure.
You see Alanis reaches her hands around you guys, and you all disappear and are teleported to the 9th layer of hell, treachery.
It was fun, gang, you know. I am Pentagreen as the ruler of hell now. They say people fail up, and I have failed upwards. I am the great Pentagreen.
Technically, you failed all the way down.
Of the 9 hells, and I banish thee. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later, man.
You guys disappear, banished to the material plane, where 3 rogue gods controlled by Akarat prepare to lay waste to the mortal world. Bev is struck down, hits the snow in an incredibly awkward angle. I will say we have not been rolling for Cooter. Cooter is going to go at the end of every round, and if someone's out, he will try to give them a good berry and help them. But he's going to go at the end of the round. That is Beverly's turn.
Joy.
Cooter cannot get to you yet. You will make 1 death save, and if you fail it, Beverly Togold V is dead. Finally, the mighty beast slumps forward, dead in the snow. A few moments later, Balnor unceremoniously plops down unconscious next to it.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Ow.
Yeah.
I've never killed a god before.
Who needs to be healed?
A figure pushes through the soldiers. Theala, with long golden hair, glowing with radiant energy. You can see Erlin struggling up on the ceiling.
You know what you're doing isn't right. You know it deep down. This isn't the way. How could this be? Look at him! Look what you're doing!
What choice did I have, Beverly? I wanted to work with you.
There's always a choice. There's always a better choice.
You had a choice. You made your choice, Beverly Togold. Now you're going to help me, whether you want to or not.
Maybe they're preparing it now? What do you mean?
Beverly, you all of a sudden feel a staggering loss. It feels like the feeling you get, or what people describe when you wake up in the morning and you feel like something terrible is going to happen, you get a terrible phone call or something. Just that feeling of, I don't know what, but something awful has just happened. That pit in your stomach.
What do you know? What did she do?
She killed him, Bev. Who? She killed Pelor.
I hug him and heal him.
He runs up and he gives you guys hugs and he goes, hey, if the band of boobs wants to join the Goo Gone Gang.
The band of goos.
And the band of goobs embraces in Gladeholm, living to fight another day.
Look at you! Laszlo, is that you?
Sort of. And Beverly, you have just cast the Find Greater Steed, and this is your new familiar.
Oh. I stroke its massive maw, and I look it in the eye and I say, I shall call you Jaw Jaw.
Oh. The 4 of you can all go quietly into the light. And then I won't take any more of your friends tonight.
We're gonna need to make that deal in person.
What?
We're not gonna make a deal with someone who's dancing around a bunch of their puppets. You gotta come here, and we'll make that deal face to face. We're ready for you.
Bev, I think he might just be a ghost.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I think this is as real.
Oh, this is as real as it gets.
I'm just all over the place. I'm super powerful.
Yeah. How about this? You know what? We'll take that deal if you also teach me how to corpse stride.
You will die here today, and so will many of your friends who are asleep in their beds. I tried to get there during the attack, but then the city was falling, so I thought fast, and I collected everyone into the sword, but then rocks were falling down, and we had a bunch of debris coming with us, and I was almost crushed, so I had to go into the sword too, but I figured you'd come looking eventually, and you did, and we're all here, and everybody's okay.
Damn, Ma, you're too much. You're too goddamn much.
She gives you a big hug, and you see the dwarves that are all around just go, what the fuck is going on? There's ghosts everywhere! Everyone starts freaking out and screaming. You see, as you're watching it and kind of scoping it out, probably hiding behind some debris, you see a few Githyanki pirates walk out onto the ship carrying some kind of boxes, some kind of treasure, and you also see a red dragon flying behind them carrying more.
Don't swallow that because it will become gas in your stomach.
I've already done that.
Oh dear.
Hard One begins heaving as his stomach cramps up.
I jump into Lucanus' arms.
Lucanus catches you.
Oh, Peepaw Luke, it's good to have you around.
You see, he looks a little uncomfortable. but smiles and nods.
You the cleanup crew?
Me? No, my name is Cordone. I am just a butler here. I work for the Glittering Lady. Welcome to the Shrine of the Dragon God.
Then I'm going to wink at Pawpaw and tell him not to tell Caw-Caw.
Hard One, you are filled with golden energy. Pawpaw is filled with golden energy. Balnor is filled with golden energy. You guys all stand together, glowing gold, as the band of boobs have become titans of Bohemia. You look out of the university doors into the city at large, and you see that everyone that was under the effects of the spell has now passed out. And you see over the horizon, flying towards Gladeholm and its vulnerable populace, is Erdan atop a corrupted skeletal Coixis. Fuck.
Is this pestilence now?
The bones start to reset and come together, and the
They
skin
smell so bad.
starts to form over his stomach. And you see finally Balnor takes a breath.
Welcome back, Daddy-O. Oh, God. We missed you.
Balnor pulls you guys all in for a big hug.
We're like, have all these like plastered smiles on from like leaving, from like saying like, oh, it's going to be good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think as we get on, I turn to them and I absolutely drop my smile, and a look of sheer terror comes across my face.